miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh.
Black pastel, super orange, black pastel, cypress without the yellow belly. You see the difference between that one and this one?
Mm-hmm. Look at, come here, I want to see it. Look at that.
She's like, let me go over
So
here.
that's without the yellow belly.
That's without the yellow belly.
She was.
Big difference.
Yep. Pretty, isn't it? Was you amazing taking care of all these snakes?
By myself.
By yourself?
Yes.
Yes?
It will be a little bit of some homework, but a little bit easy. Because all you have to do is put them somewhere in the new bin, and then you just need to watch them, clean their poop, and then just grab them and put them back in. So simple.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone. We have a very special guest that's here on time. This tells me that this is going to be one of those mornings. I'm just going to remind everyone that this is now a monetized channel. Dre don't start nothing until after 10 minutes.
You started it yesterday. It's too late.
Who started? That was you. Why do I always get blamed? Because you.
Yes.
I always.
It's true.
But it's not true. It's not true. Let's say good morning to the wonderful people who have showed up today. Hey, Stan. Good morning. Stan is first.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hope you are having an amazing Monday so far, Stan. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. Follow along here.
Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
See, you know what's funny, Dre? You talk about my accent, but let me tell you one name that I know that sounds funny when I listen to people from Baltimore say it is Eric's. Say Eric. Say it. Well, see, now that I'm saying it, like I'm saying it right. But we say Eric, like E-R-K, and it's Eric.
You don't sound as bad as what I thought you would.
Oh, okay. All right.
Eric,
I didn't think bird sound that bad.
Nah, you ain't say bird that first
you
time.
looked at me like I said.
You said a bird.
Good morning, darling. Great. Okay. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll get back to that. Let me make a note.
You know what's funny? It was this TikTok I meant to send you, and it was this dude from Baltimore talking about how they pronounce certain words, and I was like, "Yeah, that's Nicole. She don't think it's her, but it's her."
Somewhere, yes. Good morning, Elias. Happy birthday again, or belated.
Elias.
It was Elias' birthday.
Sorry, I missed the podcast yesterday. I had some family stuff come up.
Yeah, so y'all know how I roll. Y'all have to let me know in advance. It'd be so many podcasts that literally, I actually watched Ray Lives yesterday. So it'd be so many things that keeps you so in tuned into our phones. And so I like to plan those out, especially if I have to appear, because facts is, y'all, I know I look good on camera. But,
oh my God.
I'm just saying, I don't always look this good, even rolling out the bed. You know, some days I'm down here, my face is just like, yes, it's not always, I'm not going to just be able to hop on camera. And a lot of times I'm in my bedroom if I'm not in a reptile room.
Yeah, it's the face she FaceTime me with, y'all. I'll be like, damn, sis. Like, nah. But don't ever let her think that I'm just this cocky person. I just heard everything she said. I would never say that.
Oh, no. So one thing you would never, and that's my daddy. So my daddy made sure that I knew before he left this earth. So he wouldn't leave me for none of y'all women to try to mess with my self-esteem, that I was a bad.
You're a Gemini. You was good regardless. You a Gemini. Y'all straight regardless.
Make sure. I told y'all that's where the makeup thing came from. My father said we didn't need makeup. You don't need makeup. Y'all already beautiful. So y'all see us wearing it.
Y'all should see this lady at the shows. I'll be like,
still no makeup. The clothes be fly. Still no makeup. Oh my God. Yes. No. No one could be as bad as you. No one. Good daggone, my bro. Good morning. Y'all done have it in the chat for 2 days, but here and there. But I get it.
Good morning, Keys.
Break. I'm sorry. Like I tell you, I try. I think out of all of the more than 365 days of hair down, I've only made it to the end of 4. Like I'm talking about to the end, all the way to, get off my phone. 4. Gotten close, but this man has to literally stay up for these shows no matter how long it goes. If y'all want to go to 12, 1, 2, 3, he has to be there. He can't check out. He can't go take a nap. So shout out to Keys and Keisha and all the hard work they do over there on the channel to bring like good healthy content to you guys. Good morning, Melinda. How's everything going with your season? And Dre, I thought you was going to show animals. You're not even near your animals. Anyhow, tradesman, good morning.
I'm not messing with you today.
Good morning. KT, good morning.
KT, what's popping?
Uptown, funk you up. Hey, Uptown, what's up, Dundee? Da-dun-da-da. Good morning. A nice walk with the dog. I'm getting there. I'm going to make sure I see everybody. Working was good, Chizzy Chat. Listen, Chizzy Chat. He's so funny. Psychomorphs are the baby retics fully shed. I actually peeked at them before I came on the podcast, and some of them already have shedded. I still have them. Well, I have them separated by their base morphs right now, their base identities. So when they finish shedding, that we can drill into, like some of them, like I said, have these crazy markers on it. So we believe some of the golden child, the super golden childs actually have sunfire in them, and of course we have some of the Molly golden child sunfire. So they're definitely any day from all of them being shedded, but definitely they're skinning it all right now. And I'm going to go separate which ones. Y'all, this is an amazing clutch, a beautiful clutch of reticulated pythons. I never thought that when them two decided that they was going to bump and grind, that they was going to create these beautiful babies. And I can't believe the way Eli is at. Like, if my husband let me lose my mind, I would want to keep every last one of them. They're that dope. They're already still very docile, tamed down. Of course, that can shift after I give them their first feeding this week. But every day I go in there, y'all, all day. I'm touching them. I'm lifting them. I'm rubbing on their heads, making them ready for y'all, who are going to actually be getting them, because I have gotten high response in my DMs about these animals. So I appreciate all the love. I'm going to get them on Morph Market to you guys as soon as possible. I just want to make sure that they are properly ID'd down to every possible genetic that they have. And of course, when we don't see visual, all of them will be het for something. So pretty dope. There's definitely one that I think I'm a price out of this world, so I can have it that it didn't sell. And when I tell my husband the reason why we're keeping it and we're getting it in the enclosure, it's because it's not selling.
Never mind, you just answered my question. I was about to be like, are there any holdbacks?
If it sells, hey, somebody is really going to be paying for it, and I appreciate you.
She's gonna be pricing this retic at $40,000.
This bitch that lost her mind. Yup.
See that? What's so special about this one? Oh, this is the world's first.
They would be so stupid. Isn't that what everybody else do? Everybody else claim they have a world's first. No.
I mean,
I doubt it. But definitely they are. I will tell you this: they are are more beautiful than the clutch that they came from, like the pearls came from. And at that time, I could never think that they can reproduce themselves to be, or duplicate themselves to be any more beautiful than that. Shit, I can't believe I missed your birthday podcast, Elias. Yeah, I think the notification crept up on us. And then there was just so many other podcasts going at the same time. I don't even think I realized it until after later on.
It seemed like this weekend everybody was going. I know I went live a couple of times. It was nice out. I had the snakes out. It was nice. It was fun though. TikTok was fun. I went live on TikTok outside that same day. And
I'm going to do it, Dre. I'm going to do TikTok. I'm going to do it.
We'll get into it. TikTok live is more interactive than Instagram. Instagram live been messing up a little bit too. Mine was freezing yesterday, and then I know it was an issue with Instagram altogether. But even like the last couple of weeks, I went live on Instagram. My Instagram just hasn't been. It's just been laggy. It seemed like.
Got it. Hey, Nicole drinking easy juice.
I should have made me some.
It's too early.
Says who?
We're not on vacation. I'm a sensitive ass emotional Pisces. Emotional? Well, see, my daughter is a Pisces. My daughter is more of, I feel like not emotional, like more crazy.
Pisces are heartless.
I blanked out and this happened.
Pisces are heartless people.
That's what I'm saying.
My brother's a Pisces.
I'm surprised because my daughter is. If y'all ever hear me talk about her, think about it. As a mother, y'all always see me coddling Michael. Y'all see me coddling the grandkids. When my daughter comes over, it's like the girl can handle herself. She's like the gator in the Everglades. Like you can put her anywhere. She is going to survive because there's this deep, dark warrior who lives inside. My experiences with Pisces is not soft at all.
You know, worse than a Gemini.
Oh, Jada got me beat. Like my daughter got me beat. Oh yeah, she got me beat. Like
I hear you.
Care. Like if I love you, like or if I like you, I care. Jada,
I hear you, but I know you, and I know multiple Geminis, and I wish I didn't. Y'all are some evil people.
Jada got me beat. You got to make me mad though to get to the other side of the Gemini. I think Pisces just be waiting for it. Like they be waiting for someone to go there. Like waiting.
I must got a separate set of rules because you be coming at my neck for nothing. You know, I'll be like, that must be one of her other personalities.
Yay, Melinda. Yay, Melinda. I got another one due this week, any day this week. My kids were off the chain yesterday. My oldest broke a whiteboard in half that I have had less than a week. Wow. That
would have been an ass whooping in my house.
Melinda says she's doing a live with Celtic Balls on tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Make sure y'all check that out. Our other sis, Angie. Elias, this week literally said, fuck it. Right, Elias. Got to get to work. Thank you, Stan. Tell the wife we said hello. Yeah, darling. We believe that somewhere down in there's a dark soul. Just waiting. Wishing a would.
See, I promise y'all, I'm really not the wild one. It's really Nicole.
All right, so if anybody believes that, I want y'all to go look at my responses on YouTube to people who don't say favorable things. Then skip on over to TikTok and look at the responses.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that, but keep in mind how people come at me.
And then come back and tell me who's the chillest.
It ain't. Hey, listen. Somebody come at me and say they're gonna kill my animals. You damn right. I'm gonna pop
It's
off.
not
That's
always
just
that drastic, y'all. It's sometimes people are a little disrespectful, but I will still try to stay above the rim.
I'm 5'5". I ain't got no business above the rim, so I don't got nothing to do with me. I don't care about none of that. You come at me, I'm coming at you. Okay. You can't say nothing and then think you're gonna control the reaction. That ain't how this works.
Ken said he is a curious cancer. Hey, Wilcott. Good morning to everyone that said what up to me. It's too many of y'all to shout out one at a time and drive at the same time. I love all of y'all. KT, I be knowing that feeling. Like sometimes I come into chats and I have to say, hey, hi everyone. I'm driving so no one will feel like I'm not intentionally responding, because I never would do that. My thing is sometimes or cleaning. Sometimes I just want everybody to know that I'm here. I'm in the number of the chat. And I'm cleaning or doing other things as well. Or sometimes it depends on what the chat says. Some chats I just go into and I don't have to announce myself. I just kind of hang out and listen. But for the chats that, for the people who I'm always with, I always like to make sure everybody know I'm there.
Right.
Darlene said he's autistic, Dre, so it gets a bit complicated. Well, stop it. I'd be four-headed over to the house to clean up. Oh, okay. 5 days. Oh, yeah, that's right. So sorry to hear that. How is everything else coming from that? That's one that Dre, we talk about that all the time. Our biggest fears. And that's like a fear that we all have to have with all the electric and currents and things that we run through our homes.
Yeah, there was just, speaking of TikTok, somebody just reached out to me on TikTok last week because they lost their entire snake collection. It was over 40 snakes. And I was just like, my
goodness. A fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's the stuff, like, that's where I wish. I talk to Ozzy about this all the time. If we can get all reptile people to pull together, and we know we can, because we can't get all reptile people to support USARK and USARK Florida. But I'm just saying, if we all pull together our money, we can start our own insurance company. How powerful would that be for reptile keeping? And for like drastic, like dramatic things, we don't want people just following their dead snakes that died because they didn't feed them and shit. I'm talking about like stuff that happens traumatically. It comes across a underwriting board to determine whether or not we're going to pay it, or if it's payable and stuff like that. That would be so dope, because we're the only business that literally, if our collection is gone, have to start all over from ground up, because we can't file claims on the animals we already purchased. Yeah. We should band together a little bit more. We are some solid people, and reptile community are not, like I always say, we're not broke people. Well, we can't be too broke. Let's say that.
No,
you're buying reptile.
Unfortunately, a community of that size trying to convince everybody, that's the sucky part.
Yeah, or want everybody to come together to because support other people, because they're going to feel like it's a come up, which is the crazy thing. It's something that people think, like, you hear it and you see it now in families. Somebody dies, and the family is more worried about who has the insurance policy than the person who died. Y'all, let me tell you something. If I got to lose Slim to get $1 million, you can have that $1 million.
Hey,
because I don't want to take that $1 million and taxiderm my husband. I want him home. So I'm just saying, like, people who actually envy people who get proceeds from insurance policies. They bury a person. They have to do that. Person they never going to see again. Then they have to maintain, because this is a part of insurance policies people don't remember. The reason why most people got big policies is not to make sure that the person they keep alive is at Rio de Janeiro. It's because they got to take care of the debts of those people who the government and everybody else still want to collect on.
Yeah.
So we forget that. But you see it in families. Oh, how much you paying on the funeral? How much is the none of your business. Now, if you're going to ask me about all the debts and the bills and everything I had to come out of pocket with to get this person in the ground first, before the policy will even pay, then get asked those questions. Let's see those receipts from me. But other than that, like that is just insane. People be so up on money. I swear that is the one thing that I always, and I will always, and we see it every day. Money makes things easier, but money doesn't make you happy. There's not one person in this house that I would trade $1 for. Damn, it's animal I wouldn't trade $1 for.
You know, the reptile world, they're gonna be so focused on trying to, you know, prove everybody out to be a bad keeper versus trying to help, or they be trying to, you know, do what they can to try to, you know, hold people accountable from their standards. I don't know. I hate a lot of these internet reptile keepers annoy the shit out of me.
Well, that's one of the things. I was having a private chat the other day with Russell DeBritz. I don't know if all of y'all younger people know who that is, but Russell DeBritz is one of the big colubrid people, and he was really big in retics when I started researching retics years ago too. One of the, if you don't go on his Instagram and just look at Russell DeBritz's page, and he doesn't even post everything that you know he has, but go to his page. It's some of the most amazing animals you're ever going to see. So I reached out to him because you know I like to bring the people on the show that help pave the way of my way of living or inspire me in the animals that I want to keep. And we had a nice conversation in the chat, but a lot of those people who are really about the animals don't want to touch social media, don't even want to show their faces on here because of just the atmosphere of social media. And like all I can say for those of us in this chat, those of us who are in all the positive chats and things like that, and those who are not so positive and, you know, still try to, you know, play that toxic role. You try to be positive, but you're really not, you know, like don't just go all the way over on the other side. That's fine too. But what I would say to those people, you're hearing over and over again, this is the time that we need to band together more than ever. I would like to see some of them things happen. Like I would love to see some of those people who are really at odds with each other just extend the hand to each other. Not you ain't got to hang out, but to extend the hand to each other. Like the people, and I say all the time, the people that I'm not favorable about, it's not people that I won't speak to if I saw them in the streets. I just don't have to play in the playground with you, you know. But if I saw you in the streets, hey, we still cool. I think though it is a time where, you know, you got to think about your position in this, and you really should extend an olive branch to create that atmosphere that we want to live into, because we could be a powerful source. You know, it's there's so many people like my mom, y'all. My mom told my sister the other day, I want you to drive me down to Nicole's house because I want to see all the snakes. Now, growing up, my mom was a person, she liked cats, she liked dogs. She had dogs now. She lived with cats now. But snakes was never her thing. And for her to, like, she thinks it's so cool. She started to watch the YouTubes and stuff like that and these podcasts and stuff, to see that there's a whole community of people just like her little weird daughter. Like, you know, it was just like this little strange kid is now operating and functioning in a world where there's so many people just like her. So she wants to come in, and she says she wants to come down. She wants to see all of the snakes. And she wants to do that as soon as possible. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And that, for me, was just like, wow, and I can't wait. I'm definitely going to get footage of it. Now, my mother, if y'all think Dre mouth is bad, my mother, she's 72. She going to say what she want the way she want, and ain't nothing ever came out that mouth that's unfiltered. I mean, that's filtered. So we'll try to get video that we can actually put on a channel.
I'm not that bad.
Oh, shit. KT, we're gonna let him roll with it.
Listen, Nicole, you know what? Yeah, she thought she was regulating something. I don't know what that was all about.
I love Abby. I was showing up because I saw the curly hair keeper. I didn't even know KT was there. And then when I saw KT was there, it was cool. Then I said, oh, Dre is here. He messing with Abby. Girl power.
That's because you don't show up to my lives and you ain't see what they did in my live that other night. You ain't see what they did in my live, so I had to hop on and return the favor. You know what I'm saying? Right. You wanted to dip your nose in business you ain't had no business being in.
How about if when you go live, you send me like one of those little messages in my DM? I might see it. I only see lives if I'm on Instagram. Like it's different from YouTube. Like YouTube, I can be on any platform that YouTube notification come up. I don't see all of that stuff.
Listen, Beyonce, you ain't about to. I know you be busy. You know what I'm saying? You be out here doing your thing, saving the world.
I don't be that busy.
Taking it by storm. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times when I go live, it's really just random. I'll be cleaning an enclosure, like, oh shit, let me go live real quick.
Bobby said, "No, I'm broke." Lies, Ricky Bobby. He lies.
Shoot, hey, I'm broke
because of my reptiles.
It could be cocaine, so that's good.
That's true. That's true.
Like
that's
it
true.
could be worse.
We could be on here teethless.
Shoot, hey, Nicole. Listen, you've been to Ohio, Nicole. There's some spots in Ohio. You be like,
oh yeah.
Hey, that good West Side. You be like,
thankful for a safe space for all reptile dogs and us in the meantime. Amen. Amen. Speaking of, let's pause for the cause. So we can't forget, we are 15 minutes past it, but today we were going to do a scripture instead of the prayer for Brian. I like switching it for Brian Barchak. So let's take a moment and let's just read the scripture. The scripture today is coming from Deuteronomy 31:16. Let me type it in here, like the church secretary. And it reads, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord your God, he is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you." And that was Deuteronomy 31:16. So continue to pray for Brian. Let's not forget the fight that he's in. I know a lot, like often people, once it stopped being talked about globally, people forget that it's happening. We made this promise on this particular podcast that we will make sure that until he says that he is healed or God has made a determination on life, we will make sure that every Monday we acknowledge Brian and his health and lift him up in prayer and spirit. So that's just what we're going to be doing. We won't forget you, Brian. Good morning, Jamie. You don't have to speak to Dre, but good morning. Jamie said, "Hello, world."
But I'm the problem. Good morning, Jamie.
What? What else? Don't forget, guys, the channel membership. You can become a member of the channel. One of the cool things that is going to occur on the channel and on the Patreon, well, on the channel and then separate on the Patreon. Patreon and the top tier of the channel all get first dibs on the reticulated pythons. The Patreon also gets a discount on the reticulated pythons. Once the genetics are confirmed, before they go on off market, the pictures of the animals will be posted in the channel and on the Patreon. So and then the next day I will post them on Morph Market. It's a beautiful clutch, y'all. That's all I can say. They are very beautiful. No taxidermy slim. Like I tell them all the time, like I don't think that's so that's a real fear. Like, how do you wake up and that person is not there anymore? So I told him, I figure if I taxiderm you, at least you're still there. My husband is beautiful when he sleeps. So I figure if I just put the Vaseline on his like nice eyelashes and keep the beard nice and shiny, and he just look at Trey face.
Perfect example, people. This is why you do not date a Gemini, okay? She out here trying to make her man into a wax singer.
I thinking they can make them stand up in funerals now. They can taxiderm.
I can see her. I can see her coming to Tilly like, hold on, I gotta go get Slim out the car. She come in. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? Nah, man. I don't think he would want that. I don't think he would want that.
So that's why I don't like to fly without him. Is that if the plane goes down, like it's a selfish thing. I want my husband to be with me. I don't want him to...
Spoken like a true Gemini. Like y'all gotta understand, the science is there.
It's facts. I don't know what to tell y'all. These are true feelings that I have. Look,
listen, if I ever meet me a lady and we happen to get married, well, if something happens, I want you with me. Look, I'm gonna be like, what color you want your casket to be? Because I'm gonna go all out for you, but I can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Oh my goodness! Why is my comments frozen? Hold on.
Yours frozen?
Yeah, I'm at the. You got the keys. I'm way back there. Guess I have to wait until it decides that it wants.
I can keep going.
So, okay, cool. All right. No, it's still frozen for me. You might have to pick it up.
Really?
I mean, it lets me click them, but for some reason it's very slow on my end anyway. What I think the last one I missed. Yeah, I think Jamie's I missed. Hey Ken, I'm good. All right, what's under that? It was something else.
Yeah, it was
so another thing is, we did the PA Breeders Cookout, which is another one in July. I am going to work. I'm gonna talk to Ozzy. I want to try to do a DMV Breeders Cookout in August. So I'm going to throw out some dates, but I'm gonna create a post just for all of the Maryland, Virginia, PA, whoever wants to come. It's gonna be a DMV Breeders Cookout. And then just reach out to me if you guys want to be involved. And then from that point, we'll carry over to Ozzy, because Ozzy, he likes to deal with things with organization. He don't want to be at the part of who is it, who may be, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to get a solid date too, so that he can be included in that event. So I talked to him about it briefly before. I want to just solidify the date and get everything to him. And let's do that. We had a really good time when we did a cookout before. It was for the bro group, Dre, and we had a good turnout for that. That was really, really nice. We did it in Baltimore.
I think Sid said something about that. I talked to her last week, and I remember she said something about that because she posted some pictures and it did something. She's like, "Wish you were there." I was like, "Hey, keep wishing." No, I'm not associating with that. We're good.
Dre, for some reason, I still cannot hit the comments. Let me see if they're working now. No,
That's
maybe
weird.
you might have to hit it.
Yeah, that's cool. I got you.
Okay. All right. Will Cox, is there a GoFundMe or anything I could share to try to help? I don't know if he's still in here, but I think there was one that someone had posted. I don't know if it's still active. I saw the post. I don't know if it was an actual GoFundMe or not. People have been asking. We on to that point. We had some close friends kicking a few here and there. Okay, got you.
I promise you, Ken, we don't do drugs. Now, if by drugs you mean reptiles, I might have to go to rehab.
Oh, that's what we doing, a breeders barbecue. What about the keepers? Oh, we the hate. So
how you skipping? You want me to go to the comments and you
so what
skipping.
normally happens, KT, is first of all, ain't KT in like Vegas some day gonna wear Texas?
KT in Texas. KT, if you like me, you're just gonna pop up.
No, that's great say, because that's really what happens. Like it just ends up being that the breeders are the ones that help organize it, but whoever comes.
Nicole, no, I got
exactly right, Keys. We need the keepers there to migrate with the breeders, but the breeders are normally the ones that normally organize it. So yeah,
that's facts, KT.
I don't know of one, Nicole. Nicole so shady. She's a reptile superstar. Please, now she ain't got time to deal with the little people.
You know what I'm saying?
Lip tease,
Yeah, listen.
Pinky, and who in the world? What? The
KT,
breeders are the
look.
little people.
KT out here preaching.
Speaking
KT.
of, finally, this Saturday on Reptiles and Cocktails, we're going to have on Matt from the Ball Python Project, which I've been trying to get Matt on the channel for I don't know how long. Y'all saw him briefly when we did the Breeders cookout, but yeah, I cannot wait until Saturday to do that full interview with him. And I know a lot of people actually has been wondering where Matt is, what he's doing. You're going to see Matt. That's my buddy. I can't wait. It's going to be a great conversation. KT would say, I may have missed it from getting phone calls.
Yeah.
Yep, Keys, finally. And he's doing me before he do any of Jeremy's or any of the other PA. So I feel very special. Very special. Yeah, that's Matt. Matt's so adorable. And he has some amazing animals. And he's been doing this since he was young. So a lot of history he's down on too. And I love to have the history come into play. He said, I'm coming. I'm going to let the alligator loose because I'm the alligator.
Hey, you need to chill out, sir. So my aunt called me.
KT.
My aunt called me 2 days ago and asked me about that video I put up. And the question everybody want to know is, she said, nephew. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, what did you have on? Like, close.
That was my question. I was like, I just want to know, where did you get the outfit? I hope your father didn't have that in the house. Like, where did the outfit come from?
You've never seen that show?
I'm talking about what you had on. Like, where did you get the clothes
I know,
from?
but I was mimicking the show that I got that from.
Right, but where did you get the clothes to mimic is my point.
What you mean? It was just a beater and some shorts and a hat.
No, it was way.
I mean, yeah, it was pulled up to my nipples.
It was some tweeted type of pants.
Whatever.
Okay, now I gotta really see what's going on with my keyboard because I cannot see the comments. What I'm at. Keys, don't play with me because I'm dead ass bro. Come through.
You reading comments faster than I go through them.
No, because I can see the ones at the bottom. I can't see the ones at the top. KT is straight clowning this morning. He got the KT done got the bug.
That's the most recent one.
Okay. Yeah, so I honestly think that I love to see the pockets of communities to do the cookouts. And I can tell you, like the ones I go to, that's why I don't miss them. I drive 2 to 3 hours to go to the ones in Pennsylvania. But there's more breeders here in Maryland than it is in Pennsylvania. And, we just haven't done one for just like, where the breeders hosted. So we definitely want to look into that. And then let me just be keeping real. I don't like to do anything in chaos or disorganization. So I'll put it out there. If y'all want to do it, we'll make it happen. If y'all don't, we won't. Like, I am not dragging people to do it. It's just not my style. Like, if you want to, you want to. I promise you, if you want to, we'll make it pop. Like I'll bring in the DJ and all of that. I like to make sure we do it on a nice level. We, like I said, when we did the cookout with the bro, we put in one of the top of the line DJs, DJ Eli in Baltimore, and actually it was a wonderful time. So I have no problem with doing that. But all the wheels must be turning. It won't be just on me. All right. So, Dre, what you got going on today? What happened to the Dre was supposed to be showing animals because he wanted me to show animals. And I said, hell no, I'm not 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes. My animals have a routine. Only time I'm going in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, like right now, is if one of them pooped or something like that. Other than that, I don't turn their LEDs on normally to like 9, 10 o'clock. It's a little too early for me. That's all.
Right, KT. That's what I said.
What KT say?
Nothing. He texted me.
Hey, Angie. He text you. KT, if you don't go come over here and chat,
He ain't really texting me.
if you don't say it with your chest in this chat, I can't go anywhere. No vehicle. Plus, I don't have a license. Oh, Darlene. And Darlene, you're like in a state by yourself, right? Angie, good morning, nephew. Prophet, good morning, brother. So
It's too late, KT. Bougie is her identity.
What? That's not what KT. He did not say that. KT just said that in the chat. Don't be lying. Don't be lying on KT. Yo, I really have lost control. I think Drake has kicked me off the podcast or something. I have
I
no
was gonna kick you off
control.
the podcast. I was gonna kick you all the way off the podcast. We're gonna keep it a book.
No control over this right now. I can't even say.
See, I was gonna show off some snakes, and then I wanted to have Nicole show off some snakes just so we could have, but she was like,
Just show off the snakes. People see the snakes, my snakes all the time. I live
These
too
are
far from
podcast
everybody.
people.
The only
This
cook
is
I can
different.
drive to is Auntie's Crawfish. Y'all just get on. You know what? Take a trip. Take a drive. Take a
You in
drive.
Tennessee? That ain't too far. That ain't too far. You on
And
the
there's
right
other
side of the
people in
country at least.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee got some people too.
Yeah, it's quite. It's a few
Y'all got
people.
that whack ass Memphis hub. I tell you that. Jesus, I hate that place.
I know. Like it's.
That hub is
We'll talk
horrible.
about it right now. I ain't gonna talk about them people right now. So it's not public knowledge, but Angie and I and a couple other ladies will be joining a reptile sister on her podcast. So stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be fun.
Ow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun. I'm just around the corner up here in PA. Right.
Hey,
Yay!
Elias, I said what I said.
Yay!
I said what I said, Elias, and I meant it. You in there? You need to go up in there and get that
Right,
regulated.
Elias. You need to go
They're doing
work
too
for
much. They're doing too much.
or something.
Yeah, go work up at the front counter so I can hit you on the back end. Like, hey, bro, got this little thing coming through. I need you to go ahead, just toss it to me real quick.
Absolutely. So, just so we don't forget, because this is going to slip my mind. Remember, guys, to write your senators regarding the Lacey Act. Mark Rubio has played checkers. It's time for us to play chess. Shut it down. Shut it all the way down. Do not forget. If you need a copy of the drafted letter, it's a copy on the USARC website. Also, Christina did a drafted letter as well. I have a copy of it. If you need it, I can download it and send it to you as well. But please make sure that you send that letter to your senator's office so that they can be made aware of what could be brought to the table. All of a sudden, I have rights again. What was that about?
I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Let me say that out before she be trying to blame me for that too, which she already did. I ain't had nothing to do with it.
whatever. Oh yeah. Consider becoming a member of the channel for the first dibs on dope, unedited content and member savings on the highest tier. You will not be disappointed. Peeps. If you are in the Maryland area, keep in mind to go to the Maryland Reptile Farm website. They have some. This is the time of the year that shows are back to back. Definitely come out to your local shows to know, if nothing else, get more familiar with who the other breeders are in your area, and just to kind of just like see what's out there. Like, I know I was at a show and I was just doing video and I shared a animal. It was a scatter gene with Justin from Pipeline. And to me, the gene was, and a nice gene. It was a nice gene to look at, but I didn't know much about it. And I remember Justin saying, "You should have bought that snake." And, now I'm looking more into, and I know it, and I can identify more with the scatter gene, and I'm getting more familiar with it and see if I see it again, if it's something that I actually want to work with, since apparently a lot of people don't. That's right, Stan. Support US Arc Florida. Please support US Arc Florida. Florida, support yourself. Keep your head high. Maryland, is that a place? It is, KT. KT, did you take over for Dre? Did y'all switch handles today? This is so
Dre. That you purposely wrote out Maryland and she still pronounced it Maryland. So she already know. You know what I'm saying? She already know.
I think you can look up breeders near you on Morph Market now. You can.
Expos too now, I believe. List all the expos that come up.
You can. Ray, don't you come in here like, you know what?
What up, Ray?
I need my bat for Ray. He's too tall. But don't be coming in here. I'll beat you short to shit.
I'm going to stand
on land and start with Ray from here. Good morning, Ray. Oh my God. Ray, don't your show start this Friday? Or is it, look, I'm messing up stuff. It should be this Friday. I shouldn't be that off. I thought it was Labor Day weekend with Bomb Projects. I think it's this Friday, right before Hair Down. Oh, he can correct that, but I think it is. I've never gotten to go to a reptile show. You know what? We got to find out who's close to Darlene and get Darlene out so she can experience some of these things. Dag it. So Dre, yes, ma'am, it's 5 p.m. on Friday. So 5 p.m. on Friday, Ray's favorite podcast. And I told Ray if he gets Tracy Barker on his podcast, then I would say it's my favorite podcast too. Anybody get Tracy Barker on there? Damn it! If the Coffee Man get Tracy Barker on there, it's gonna be my favorite podcast. Damn it! That's when I'm telling you, gonna be everybody's favorite podcast. If you can get Tracy Barker on there, Ray, you can do it. You can come hit her with some of that good talk. She'd be like, "Oh, this young man has a nice head on his shoulder. I'm gonna show up on his podcast." I would be tuned in. I don't care what I'm doing. That would be a highlight. Ray's favorite podcast. I told you I can't say it's my favorite. You know what though? If I had to say I had a favorite podcast, and I have to separate myself, right? My favorite podcast is Hair Down, and I'm telling you, a close second to that right now is Sophisticated Ignorance. I just love the flow of those podcasts, and it's just more about just being relaxed and laughing and things like that. But Ray, they're all my favorite podcasts, but I can't say it until you get Tracy Barker. Or I'll give you a list of people that you should get to make it my favorite. No, they're all favorite podcasts. But I will tell you, the Sophisticated Ignorance, if y'all not catching that on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is really, really fun and funny. And again, like one of Ray things, he said that when he started his podcast, he wanted to do something different. And I said to Rock, do something different. Sophisticated Ignorance is the same but different. Like it's the same but different, and I love it. I love it. I live in the asshole of America. Ain't nothing close to me here. That's fine. I'm gonna have to kidnap Darlene. Yes, Elias. Get Darlene out. Consider it done. Look. Done. I know you can't. I know you can. I know you can. Yes, Elias, it's a good time, and then it's really cool to see Joey D like just putting himself out there like that, relaxed, chilling, depositing good information. I love it. I love the show. I love I love our entire community. I'm trying to get Carol Baskin on my podcast. Can you find her rock? But that's what I'm talking about.
He's trying to what up, Mike. He's trying to what up, Mike.
Go down in the trenches. Where's the turtle man? We need to start. I'm going to start looking up some of these people. I've been trying though to get the real Tarzan. He keep telling me he gonna do it, y'all, and then I see him. I'm gonna do it, and then you can't get him. But he showed up on Catman's. Maybe I got to go through Nerd.
Not Carol Baskin. That's funny.
I show up for that too. We showed up for Mike with the wait a minute. I did not know that he was going to be Joe Exotic was still in prison. I remember I said I was like, we need to get out. We took the call for prison. We gonna show up. That's the type
Carol
of
Baskin.
entertainment.
If you get Carol Baskin, Mike will have to respond.
Ray competing with herb collectors. She like I love it. No one's competing.
And guess what? I'm gonna be in them comments like FWC on everybody ass. That bitch Carol Baskin. I'm gonna be up in there.
Oh my God. Look, if any of these people show up on a podcast, that would be epic. I would be all for it. But no, I'm definitely looking for. I think Ray, like I say, I think there's some new time slots out there, especially with our boy not being in right now, GP, because a lot of us wouldn't touch them time slots. But just bring something different. We don't need another trap talk. MJ got that down. That's if you want to respect put the respect on somebody's name. I don't care what y'all say about trap talk. That is the best podcast out there. I just that's it. That's the best podcast. And I mean from a spectrum of creating energy, who's going to show up for us, the numbers, who's going to show up. He's supported 110%. I mean, and I'm just saying, I don't watch every trap talk, but that is definitely the one that I'm going to check every week to see who's on there. He has some of the best people on there. You learn so much. The chat is always bumping. That's right now the best reptile podcast. And if you have to be under a rock not to admit it, whether you like it or not. I think a lot of us model some part of our podcast from how MJ did his thing. And I think we just got to respect that. But I think at this point, we all need to put our own flavors on what we want to do and do it differently and make it a community, We got a whole bunch of TV where women fight, but they all created their own type of TV. And although it still ends up in a woman's fight, but it's still different TV. Just keep it different, and that's what I find dope. And you can learn something from all. Monday nights, Billy Mutation Creation. It's one I'm not active in the chat because there's so many people in that chat. I always say hi to Billy and Austin, and then I'm just in the chat just listening. Billy raised, and Billy has that high energy, like it keeps you engaged and you can listen while you do other things as well. And you still feel like you're a part of the podcast and the community. And then I think a lot of people from the community from different pockets of it meets in the middle on Billy's podcast. So you get to meet and create new relationships as well. That's just my thought. Dre, what you got on the table? Like any announcements you need to make for this week? Maybe we'll do a TikTok, Dre.
Yeah, I don't got too much going on, honestly. Really,
maybe the next time you do a TikTok live, I might join you with the animals.
Okay, yeah, TikTok. So TikTok, I try to do Fridays, but honestly, working from home, depending on how work is, I'm like, fuck it, I just go live because I'm not doing anything else. But I get more engagement on TikTok than I do on Instagram. So it's really, I just be trying to just engage with the people, and it's different people every time. Versus Instagram, you kind of have an idea of who's going to join. TikTok, I mean, you getting people who follow you, who don't follow you, who's trying to follow you, and they'll actually ask questions because most of them don't know much about reptiles. So when I did the live on TikTok on Saturday, when I had Luther and the Django outside, and I had like 600 people in that live, and we're just talking. It was asking questions, I was answering them, so I was just like, cool. But yeah, just if I do decide to go live, I'll try to hit you up in advance to see what you got going on, and we can go live.
Yeah, that'll work.
Cool.
All right, so we have in our hour, just a few things from me. Today is Monday. Start your week off being amazing. Let nobody tell you you can't, because you can, and you can very, very well. Yesterday, I live out your dreams. There is a level of blessing that I believe that God gives you when you really, really leap out there on faith, because that's all you have. And he believes that if you're doing it within his design, that it is going to go flawlessly. Not to get too personal, but I'll say I had an epiphany of exactly what point of life I am in today. And those of you who know, June 12th, I'll be 50 years old. One of my old vice presidents shared with me that I said my life was going to be exactly doing what I'm doing today, way back when I was 18 years old. And sometimes you forget, your goals and things change out of life. I always knew that when I got older, I wanted to be keeping reptiles to another level, but I never ever thought that I would be breeding them. So God took me from living a dream of doing, social media and doing community outreach with the animals that I keep, to making me a breeder. And so far, knock on wood, he has made that part of this dream so evidently him. It's been so flawless. When I think about preparation, to not know that I was going to have retics as my first clutch, y'all, but to have a rack system here to accommodate them. Like, we laughed, like stuff that I didn't know what I was doing while I was doing it. I didn't know why I was buying certain things while I was buying it. And when you reflect back, that's when you know it wasn't of you, it was of God. And I know that everybody don't believe, just believe in a higher power. I can say for me, I'm not going to ever put blinders on the fact of who continues to bless myself and my husband and my family. Y'all don't see me wanting for anything, hurting for nothing. And even when I looked at the snakes, I said to myself, wow, it's God again. This is greater than what I was expecting. Just so much that it's evident. And I just say this, Tabitha Brown. I don't know if y'all follow Tabitha Brown. I follow Tabitha Brown, right? And I've been following Tab for some time now, her and her husband. But I remember when she talked about the day that she retired her husband, right? And it took years for her to be able to do that. It took a lot of sacrifice from them as a husband and wife as in a family for that to go. But when she sacrificed and he supported that sacrifice, that is why we see the Tabitha Brown we see today, period. And so just live out your dreams, whatever it may look like. It's going to be uncomfortable, y'all. You're going to have to make some decisions to do that. That's going to be uncomfortable as crap. It's going to make you uneasy, but I promise you, it will be the greatest thing that you ever could do. Get out of your own way. Everybody don't have the same dreams, but whatever your dreams are, step into them. That's going to be what I want to leave everybody with today. Let nobody tell you that you can. Let nobody tell you what it's going to look like on the other side. Create your other side. I remember, who was it? Takeoff said there is no plan B. Create your other side. And the only thing that should come between you and your dreams is death. And I'm going to leave you all with that. Dre, anything? You good?
I mean, I can't top that. I'm just gonna leave it there. I put my response in the comments.
Darlene, I'm a lot of days over 25. There was a time that I can literally run, flip, and backflip. I can run, flip. If I try to go backwards, I promise you it won't happen. My back, I don't think, rotates in that direction no more. That's right. God will be your guide. Yes, he will. Say it, Elias. Elias, a lot of things. Look, I know you got your eyes open. A lot of blessings are happening for you. But I'm telling you too, sometimes you got to step away from certain things. I said that a long time ago. I think I said that, Elias, when you and I did our interview. Sometimes you got to step away from the trash and watch how far you really, really fly. I love to see the connections. I love the fact that you did something extensive as becoming a part of the V unit, for what you see down the future for yourself. That's smart. It may not make sense to people today. People like, why would you pay to be in all these Patreons? The Patreons that I pay and I stayed in, I get something from them. If I don't, I'm not in them. And I get stuff. I don't have to be active in them every day to get stuff from them. I would not be in the situation that I am as far as a lot of right moves if it wasn't for the Patreons that I am in today. Antoine's, them guys, they're going quite often in the chat. I don't have to always chime in, but they're dropping jewels all the time. I paid to be in Antoine's, and like I told Antoine when his dad died, you ain't got to show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he apologized for being distant because his dad died. You ain't got to show up. We showing up for each other, and we learned so much in that Patreon from each other. So if I pay for a Patreon, trust me, you getting something out of it, because if I don't feel like it's the best fit for me, I don't pay. I don't pay just to have a connection with somebody. Nah. No. I'm getting my value from it. So that's just me. One way, shape, or form. So until then, everybody have an amazing day, an amazing week. And me and Dre will see you guys maybe later on TikTok this week. Maybe later.
Follow us on TikTok. Hit us up on TikTok.
Yeah.
My
And
socials are
I will
the same
keep y'all
across
all
the board.
posted. If you're on Instagram and not on Facebook, I do have a Facebook page, Lady Tiz Exotics. Everybody doesn't get approved on my personal Facebook page. It's always high management. That's the people I grew up with, my family, my high school, and very, very close people in the reptile community. But I do have a Lady Tiz Exotics page. Like that page. I'm going to start going live more and more and more on that page. I don't do live on Instagram. I just never do. Instagram is not my favorite venue for that. I like Instagram for posting reels, but not.
Been messing up lately too, though. So I don't know what they got going
on.
The lives have been messing up.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Like they'll freeze, or like you could be recording for like 10-15 minutes and there's like nobody in the live. It's just real weird. But
got you. All right, guys, don't forget. I want to see news channel memberships. Go over now. Become a member of the channel. Just hit join on the YouTube channel. There are a lot of perks that's going to be available to you. Dre, you don't have to become a member. You know that, right?
I still support those, so I will. It's all good.
No, I just send you stuff. You see stuff anyway. It's just like the suspects. Suspects get to see stuff all the time anyway. But until then, peace, y'all. I love rocking with y'all every Monday morning. See you guys on Saturday. Up, hair down Friday, 8 o'clock. Balls and Things, 8 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday. And Scales and something. Hold on. Scales and Tails, I think it is. Tomorrow. Check that out as well. Just go through YouTube. Find all the stuff. All the lives. Find your favorite podcast. Peace.